Hi everyone, it's Lawrence here from the Australian Trade and Logistics Corporation. Today I've got the absolute privilege to have Ivan Tandyo with us from Navanti Group. Thanks Ivan for joining me.
Thank you so much, Lawrence. Good to be here.
Thank you. Many of you know the 11th Space is one of our really valued sponsors and partners, and we're actually housed here in the 11th Space. But what you may not know, for some of you who come to some of our events, you might have had this insight, but the 11th Space is part of a much bigger entity called the Navanti Group, and Ivan's their CEO. So Ivan, can you please tell us a little bit more about Navanti and how it all came about and what you can do?
Well, Navanti Holdings is an investment company, Lawrence. So we've been investing in diversified businesses in the last 11, 12 years. We invest mainly in SME, small, medium enterprises. And what we do, we groom them up, we shape them, not just putting money, but we actually help them to grow, to become substantial businesses in Australia. So our appetite of investment obviously in startups, SMEs, not just technology companies, but SMEs as a whole, even conventional and traditional businesses. So just lately though, we've been investing in technology as well. So Navanti has 4 pillars, obviously, and we do a lot of joint venture with a lot of companies, and we've been leveraging a lot between Indonesia and Australia. And that's the beauty. I'm from Indonesia, but I've been here like more than 20 years, so I'm local now. But we've managed to leverage probably our background and where I am now, and we see a lot of advantage where Australia and Indonesia being the closest neighbor, you know, and it's a sad thing, the fact that Indonesia is yet to be the closest, one of the closest, or maybe in the top 5 trading partners to Australia. We're not there yet, but what we are doing in the business that we are doing, in all the business that we are venturing, we try to push that relationship with Indonesia and Australia. And that's why the government is behind us as well. The Indonesian and Australian government is so supportive about this. And so we have a manufacturing companies in Indonesia. It's a joint venture with Australian, one of the oldest Australian company. So more than 60 years they've existed in Australia. And about 8 years ago, I took them to Indonesia and we built partnerships. So we built a bigger factory in Indonesia, and then not just now that they can enjoy the benefit of cost-effective manufacturing, but they managed to penetrate Indonesian market, which has more than 260 million people. It's so untapped.
And that's where you say how you took them into the market, and that's such a critical difference. Is that Australian companies have tried over many years to go into Indonesia.
That's right.
But it is a hard place to navigate. It's made up of a whole range of islands. It's not a simple market to get into.
It's the behavior and the culture of how you do business. It's something that is not. Indonesia is I put it this way, it's a little bit unique. I sometimes say it's like going into Amazon jungle. You need a local tour guide. That's where we stand. That's why I'm building this relationship. I'm glad to have you guys, ATLs, here within the house as well. So I think with our relationships and our background and our experience, we'll be able to help a lot of the Australian company who wants to come into Indonesia, and vice versa. We're helping a lot of Indonesian companies to come to Australia as well. We have offices in Indonesia. We other than manufacturing, we also do property businesses. So we built a lot of assets and portfolios, investment portfolios in Australia. One of the companies that we do is actually moving a lot of the money from Asia, especially from Indonesia, where we help them to invest in Australia. Land development, apartments, unit, housing, and all these things. We are also a developer, and we have a huge asset management company in Australia. We manage close to 30,000 property at the moment in Victoria.
One of the things I love about you personally, but what you've done with Navanti, is that you really take the companies that you get involved with under your wing, and you really, it's much more than just a co-working space and some great community. You actually mentor them, and you really take that investment seriously. As you say, it's not just money. It's about whether it's taking them into other markets, taking them back to Indonesia, or taking Indonesian companies here into Australia. You really become part of the entity itself.
Thank you. I think it comes back to our passions, Lawrence. I think I would say this, like probably we are the only one who who has the holding company within the co-working space itself, because the holding company has the passions to grow businesses. I came for a really tough journey. Started as a migrant. I started from nothing in Australia, and I've been through a lot. Been through the weather, been through like administrations and all that. So I know how hard it is for them to start something, and that's has become our passion. So we want to help. We build these ecosystems to help people. To inside our co-working space, you don't just get a space, but you are doing business with us. So it becomes a business hub. And we're starting a new space, another branch in Indonesia, in Jakarta. A little bigger than this one as well. And that's the excitement, where we become the gateway between Indonesia and Australia. And I always put it this way: I believe if you win Indonesia, you win Southeast Asia.
Absolutely, it's
the window.
Couldn't agree more. I think, Ivan, that Indonesia, it's, as we said before, it's got so much untapped potential. But from a logistics point of view, cultural point of view, the actual springboard across the whole Southeast Asian markets is so powerful.
Yes, I agree. And within the space, we help them with mentorships. We have a strong mentorship programs, entrepreneurship programs. So we coach them, we help them with every single essential business service that you ever need for you to grow. So you got no reason. It's almost like a business farm where we provide everything from fertilizers, water, the sun, the plowing, the workers, the farm itself. So we try to provide everything for a good business to grow, including network and essential service like accounting, branding, social media, finance, listed, and management consulting. We have the roundtable team behind us who's ready to help any company, any of our members to grow. Yeah,
fantastic. I think that the ecosystem, the farming type of analogy you just made is really powerful. And I think especially Australian companies, we're a population of 24 million people or so, to get into a market of such size, of such complexity, and it's been something that Australian companies have always looked to big markets like China and US and all those sort of things. But as you say, Indonesia is one of our closest neighbours.
Yes, you're right. Indonesia has a lot of resources. And I believe if we can concentrate building this relationship closer, both countries will be able to benefit. And both businesses from both countries will be able to benefit a lot. So that's the whole idea. We call our space the 11 because this is when we started the co-working space, it was our 11th year investing in diversified businesses. So with our experience, the whole idea with the name is that you can start, when you come to us, you can start at the 11. You don't have to start from 1, you start at the 11 because we have done 1 to 10.
Well, the other reason I love the 11th, and one of the reasons I was really keen to be part of the whole, not just space, but the ecosystem and work with you directly as well, is that to me the 11th actually, it's a number that symbolises infinity as well. So
I like that.
The number 11 actually is a symbolic number for infinity.
That's new.
So it's a way of never ending and really great possibilities, and the ability to have that trade, supply chain, logistics, synergy, distribution, warehousing, all those sort of things. It's so complementary to your skill set and your team around you as well.
Much. That's why we are so looking forward to work together with you guys further. And it's really, I think that will bring a lot of benefits to a lot of our members and a lot of the people who wants to come into Australia or vice versa.
Fantastic. So guys, if you really want to get into Indonesia, not just Indonesia, but the whole Southeast Asian market, then I couldn't recommend strong enough to get along to the 11th space, meet Ivan, see the whole Navanti community, not just the organisation, and become part of the team. They've got TED Talks, they've got great presentations and keynote speakers. They're really diverse, they're interesting. As ATLC, we put on events here as well. We're really proud to be part of the 11th space and the Navanti team. So, definitely recommend, check them out, come along, and you won't regret it. It's a fantastic way to really be navigated and guided and handheld into these Indonesia, but broader markets in the best possible way. So thanks so much, Ivan.
Thank you so much, Lawrence, for everything. And if you ever want to start any business, you don't know where to start, you can start at the 11th.